So was there a ready check, or did it just go?
There was a ready check. You clicked ready.
Interesting.
Oh shit, I fucked up.
Oh. Oh, just a start again.
Yeah, I'm
It's
just
like the
standing.
first mechanic.
Well, the guy didn't provoke, so I tried shirking him, and that didn't work, so I was like, oh fuck.
That's white mages are already a problem.
Yeah, I didn't get very much healing there.
No. I'm already casting like 2 healing spells going out the gate. Like,
My heart quivers in anticipation.
and that was with 2 shields too.
Where's the cards? Oh, nice activate.
Oh, that's fun.
On top of
Shouldn't have to. Like,
You don't. Yeah, you really shouldn't have to. Where the fuck? Huh?
What?
Will light embrace or dark?
What'd you put down as our prog?
Dark and Light.
They instead of light parties, they went for partners.
Yep.
I'm
I
just
was really
die.
confused for a second. Like, where the fuck were they going?
For victory!
Doesn't help that I did all of last night as group 2 and this motherfucker we even go group 1.
How much healing is this healer doing? 3.8k.
My heart quivers in anticipation.
That's a little bit too far.
Dude, I've been playing too many single player games. I forget how Final Fantasy is so fucking unresponsive to my key presses.
Hey, there we go. That's not as bad.
Oh yeah, the heals.
Now to take your measure. Will light embrace or darkness consume?
Oh,
Well.
what?
Why are we too far? Why are we too far again?
What is happening?
To take your measure.
I guess we're too close to the knockback.
Yeah, there were. We were too close to the,
Just
I
take
see your bodies are in the inside circle, you're supposed to be outside.
we were outside the, we were, I think, on the very edge, but just,
Ah,
like,
okay.
just on the very edge.
I was on the diamond.
Yeah, we have got to be
Oh,
back
the diamond.
behind the diamond.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, halfway through the diamond is the problem.
Yeah, that is also assuming the boss is like perfectly
Yeah,
centered,
that's
so-
also very true.
I try to make
You
him
do
as
need to. No, I know.
centered
I'm
as
just saying
possible
like.
there.
I'm just saying like to play it safe because like the diamond, like the lines on the floor work only as long as the boss is like super centered. So I always try to be like a little bit more in or more out than I need to be. Motherfucker ain't fainting. Why is it always the Reapers?
Now to take your measure. Will light embrace or darkness consume?
There.
Yep. That was lag. Freaking lag.
Take your measure.
Oh, RNG.
There's a Hashi here.
Wait,
Victory.
Like, well, hold up, there's one extra guy. Oh, that makes sense. You got rezzed. Kind
Hold
of
on,
thinking
I'm
about
killing
going Reaper
Steve.
for this
I
fight.
think Steam is trying to update something.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes, Steam is trying to update something. Or just, you know, keep going. That's
Oh,
fine
sorry.
too.
My heart quivers in anticipation.
Yep, sorry.
I saw someone on Twitter saying they find this fight offensive because of the name of that tank buster. That was the funniest shit I've ever read.
What's the
What's
name
the
of Tank
tank
Buster?
It's Dyke.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, no, it's Dyke. Or I think it's actually Dikey, or
Yeah.
whatever it would be in Greek. But like, it's Dyke.
And then like one of the replies was really good. It was like, if any boss is going to hit me with the lesbian killer 9000, it better be Elidibus.
Darkness consume.
What does Dyke mean?
It's what you call a lesbian.
Oh fuck. I misread that.
I thought a dike was like a thing for water.
It is
Yeah,
also a
it's-
thing for water, but like it's also
like a
name for a
embankment.
lesbian. But it's usually not so nice unless you're like a gay. I just did not have enough heals available at that point.
Yeah, no, I just fucked up and then sent everything spirally. Yeah, like the thing is like the slang is with an Y, like D
Yeah,
Y
it's
K
DYK.
E. This is DIKE, which is like,
Like the
you know,
water thing, right?
Yeah, which is the water thing, which is like
Yeah.
an embankment.
So I'm like,
To, like,
everything in
prevent
this is Greek. Is it Dyke or is it Dikey?
It's probably Daiki. It's like the goddess of justice or whatever the fuck.
Nike is the goddess of vengeance.
Yes.
Yeah, vengeance slash victory. This is justice, I'm pretty sure, because you know, babies.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's just a really funny thing to get mad about, especially considering it's like just an actual word, and not even the like word that you're insinuating it is.
I mean, I personally pretty pleased with getting killed by the Dyke Cleaver 9000.
Yeah. If anybody should have it, is this guy.
Oh shit, my bad.
It's fine, we're fine.
Oh, how did that work?
I got mixed up.
Will light embrace
Dude, I fucking hate. You're going this fight feels so bad. Because I need to gap close, and I can't.
For victory!
Is he gonna faint? Oh, yes. That's good.
NSF himself could do no better.
Light.
Remember.
These magics are not for you to wield.
Ah, fuck, I'm on the wrong side.
No. Ow! What the fuck? Just got poked.
Yep. Because I was already north.
Oh,
I mean, it's probably for the best.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean, honestly, if we're
Yep.
having trouble getting to this point, like, we might want to take a step back in our progression. Like, we might want to do, like, maybe, like, whatever the lasers are called or something, rather than dark and light. Because, like, even yesterday we weren't hitting dark and light enough to, I think, consider it light, dark and
Yeah,
light prog.
we got to light and dark with like a full party once. So.
Yeah, so we
don't
might
know if
want
we're
to
a dark
do
light.
more like light stream or shadowed messengers or something. Like that would probably be a better prog point, I think, at this point.
okay. Should I change it now though, with people still in here?
I mean, probably not because the people here join for that. I don't know what to do.
We could try to keep progging at that point, but like if we have
Just
another
remake the party.
yeah, like for now I say let's just keep going with it, but if we have another repeat where we're just not getting it, we should just remake the party.
Okay.
That being said, I'm not lagging.
Mhm.
Honestly surprised more people didn't leave, though I'm kind of glad that that healer left.
I'm really hoping for this tank to leave. Don't like main tanking.
I mean, you could always just ask if he could main tank.
There's too much,
Communication.
too many people.
You could just not turn on your tank stance.
Oh, it was off. We both stand there for like a good 20 seconds, and I gave up.
Coward.
Yep.
Not you in the sense, but also you in the sense.
Yes. Ugh. Got a peach raspberry lemonade from Safeway, and it was like 70% off. And now I know why.
Oh.
Sucks.
It's like, ah, yeah, 70. Oh no.
It's either horrible or spoiled.
Usually, like, there's only two options for, like, reduced price things. It's either the best thing you've ever had in your life and it tastes so much sweeter because you've saved so much on it, or it's spoiled.
Yep.
There's no in between. It's either the amazing or rotten.
Dude,
I'm just...
my dad bought a. I would have never done that, but he bought like a. He found like a deal for like a whole like ass box of like 40 units of like ketchup bottles for like a really cheap price. It was like there's no fucking way that shit is good for sale. But it arrived, and now we have way too much ketchup. So he's just like giving ketchup to everybody in the family. It's like the banh mi situation, but.
The only difference is you can never have too much banh mi. You certainly can have enough ketchup.
Oh, there's way too much.
We have a friend whose name is Luke, and he puts ketchup on everything, and I mean literally. Like, he has a bottle of ketchup next to his computer.
Yeah, I mean, that's something a Luke would do.
He's like, I'm getting acid reflux, and I don't know why, and everyone else
Oh,
is like,
yeah, I wonder.
Sure? Are you sure you don't know?
I wonder why.
I am pretty sure.
Akita Inu.
What about them?
Akita dog.
Sure, yeah. What about them?
That's the name of the new person.
Oh,
That's not the new one. We had them from before.
Not a new one?
No.
Oh, who's new then?
Oh,
Oh,
maybe-
we're actually only missing arranged.
Yeah.
Took the day off today. I spent like 70% of the day in bed.
Nice.
Yes, let's go.
I got up to get food, and I got up to go to the grocery store.
It's a good day.
I went on a walk to the grocery store to get cream, and then I walked home. And then I made
Only-
strawberry shortcake.
Sounds good. I got chicken thighs because they were 99 cents. I need to figure out what to cook with them.
Chicken thighs.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of doing corn soup. I need some cabbage.
I have a bag of spoiling spinach at home, or in my refrigerator, so I'm probably going to make palak paneer this week.
Ooh. Well, that's the spinach-based Indian curry.
Yeah, it's paneer and spinach gravy.
Uh,
It is a staple of my household.
staple of my household is steak.
We don't
I have
eat
8
a
steaks in my
lot of-
freezer.
We don't eat a lot of beef. Mostly
Why?
I eat like pork and chicken because beef is really expensive.
Oh, I only pick it up when it goes on sale for like $6 or $7 a pound.
Rarely goes on sale here, like ever.
Well, that's me.
Like-
That's because I stock up.
I also like. I mean, I will get some sometimes because like I mostly shop at like a really large Asian grocery store, and like sometimes they get ribeye and stuff on sale, but mostly not. And going to the other stores in my area, it's like getting 2 steaks of any kind, even on sale, is like $28 per package. Steak is just really, really expensive here. Like always, even when it's on sale.
Okay, you guys should hunt deer instead. Should
Hmm?
probably be cheaper, right?
Deer?
Deer?
No,
Yeah.
meat here is just really expensive, just in general. Like, to be able to hunt deer, I'd also have to get my license and stuff, and like, then I'd also have to go take a bunch of gun safety courses, and I'd have to get a gun, or I'd have to go and get a new bow, and like, there's just, it's not worth the effort.
Taking gun safety classes before you get a gun? That's un-American.
I'm Canadian.
And what, you were
I
American
hope it's
last year, right?
un-American. Most of what we end up eating, though, is like vegetarian meals. Though we eat a lot of like pork because pork is like cheap.
That's the reason I got chicken thigh.
Chicken thighs are also usually kind of cheap, but like, oh, I really like chicken thighs just in general. I think they're better than any other part of the chicken.
Well, I find chicken thigh is the best balance between meat and flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because chicken breasts just get too dry and flavorless for me.
It's fine if you cook it right, but like, it's still not. It doesn't taste as good as a chicken thigh.
Mm-hmm. It's because there's not enough fat.
I just like chicken breast because it's easy to like prep and cook, and I also just like fucking drown that shit in spice and butter, so it doesn't matter.
I'm relatively health conscious, so I try to like eat reasonably lean meat, but like, I don't know, I'll do chicken breast, but I'd rather just buy fish.
Fair.
Like, I have a really, really great Filipino grocer that has like super amazing fish, so I buy a bunch of like mackerel and stuff there. And it's not too expensive. Though, I keep trying to like carp, but I still can't like carp.
Liking carp is good because they're a pest. So if you catch
I
them all,
try to, but like, there's a smell to carp when you eat it that I'm not a big fan of.
slather it in sauce.
Yeah, but then you've got to deal with the feather bones, and like, my husband hates it. Like, absolutely hates carp. Like, I don't mind it, depending, because like, milkfish and stuff, I'm pretty sure is from the carp family and has like feather bones and stuff, but I like milkfish. But he's like, if it has feather bones, I don't want to eat it. I'm like, okay. Which, fair, I also don't like getting stabbed anytime I try to take a bite of fish, but...
One thing my mom always makes, but I can't really find it in any American grocery, is sea bream.
I love sea bream.
Well, she fries in a wok, and I don't have a wok, so I can't even replicate it.
That's fair. I cook, like, probably half of the stuff I eat in a wok.
You have a gas stove?
No, I have a an electric.
Is it a flat bottom walk then?
Yeah, it's
Ah,
a Japanese style walk, so it's got like the flat and a lacquer wood handle.
okay. Yeah, my mom has the old Chinese style one, so you need a gas stove for that.
Yeah, I want that, but we can't have that kind of thing in an apartment. You have to find like a particular kind of apartment complex that does gas here.
You don't even have gas for heating?
I don't even think we have gas heat. I think we also have electric heat.
That must make it expensive.
It's not that bad actually, because like it's relatively efficient.
I mean, the efficiency of electric heating is literally the efficiency of one. Wait, how much is your electricity?
I don't know. I don't pay that.
Wait, you don't pay electricity?
Here I don't think we pay hydro. Oh no, we do pay hydro. I just don't know how much we're paying because I don't pay the bill on that one.
Ah, okay.
But like it depends. Like some complexes here you pay hydro, some you don't. This one we are paying hydro. Our last one we weren't paying hydro.
Well, I should run Bitcoin mining if you don't have to pay for electricity.
Hmm.
Just do Bitcoin mining if you don't have to do electricity.
Maybe, but no. Actually, thinking about it, I think our bill was $150 this month because I remember Rob bitching about it.
I remember January, my bill was $90. But the fact is, I spent 2 weeks away from my place, so there wasn't any electricity being used those 2 weeks.
Hate their name.
Oh, that guy ran to the back as soon as he came up.
Okay. Good enough. Oh, companies that fell off. It's unfortunate.
God, hot to check.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Man,
to answer
I'm
this
gonna
time.
eat food soon.
That's what I forgot. I didn't eat food last time.
What the fuck? Why is their HP so high?
Yeah.
The dancer.
My heart quivers in anticipation.
So I'm pretty sure the other paladin has better gear than me.
Let's see what this white mage
Yep.
actually has. Nice.
They've got their bell out.
Alright, 3 cooldowns was not enough apparently.
That should be good. Sorry.
Will light embrace or darkness consume?
I was a toe out for that.
Our
Now to take your measure. For victory.
Literally just a toe out.
MSF himself could do no better.
Okay, we're going too dark.
Dark, dark.
These magics
Knockback.
are not for you to read.
And then partners.
damn, it can move really early. Holy fuck!
Point this way.
I thought I was gonna get hit, and it just like lasered on top of me, and it just didn't.
Warriors forged in my own image.
50-50.
We're missing someone.
Now to take
Yep, that's me. I had to move the boss.
Oh, okay. Sorry. This next was not.
Oh fuck.
And then Pink's out.
Party stack and tank out. Get in the donut. Lines. So much fucking movement on this part. Light parties. Holy shit. I'm surprised we're alive, to be honest. Ow. Maybe I spoke too soon.
Why are
Holy.
cannot grab them? I have no mana whatsoever.
Light stream.
They're getting it. They're doing this.
Okay.
Southwest.
Southwest, yeah.
will light embrace or darkness consume.
Sides and light parties. Nice. Sorry, I fainted earlier on the sticks because we didn't have it.
What is this?
Tether?
Party
out,
in,
and-
party in, and then out.
Yeah.
Light parties. And dark and light.
Nice.
I am the emissary, and I shall never die.
Are you sure you're good?
I don't know.
Rotate to light orbs.
You have 4, I think.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Lines, go to your positions.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, we're the opposite. That's the fight.
Oh.
Partners.
Oh shit, I forgot that's partners.
I totally got lost. I have no idea what's going on right now.
It's fine, it's very overwhelming.
Now to take your measure.
Sides, and then in.
Will you be judged
I made a
worthy
diagram
to
for
exist?
myself and about post on the thing. It's not super easy to read because I made it in like 5 seconds before we entered, but
Alright. Well, we're or short tether.
So like your R is gonna be either empty or OT, depending on short or long tether.
Okay. A
And
or
then
D.
yeah, and then you're gonna rotate rotate clockwise onto the safe. So like if you're long, you're gonna rotate onto the like person on the outside there, and then if you're short, you're gonna rotate into the A spot.
Okay. Long is outside. Short is A spot.
Yeah, the mechanic is, I think, gonna take a little bit for us to figure out. It's very like hectic, and the indicators are pretty hard to read on the spot. It's gonna take some practice. Oh,
My heart
all right.
quivers in anticipation.
Just remember, Kenneth, supports are always cardinals, and DPS are
Yeah.
always inter-cardinals.
Okay.
Like just I think the best way to try read that as a think would probably be like, do I have the short or the long, and just go to like the spot for short or long. Just like think of those two spots and figure out which one you're gonna go. That way you're not thinking about a bunch of variables.
True.
And then, you know, it's up to the DPS to figure it out. Because DPS don't have a fixed position, it's based on their support, so...
Oh, okay. So I only need to know I'm either on A or D.
Yeah, depending on long, short, or long. And then whoever is paired up with you has to figure out where they stand.
Okay.
The rare mechanic or the DPS have the figuring out part. Did this sound on your macro break, or am I just like numb to it?
I think you're numb to it. It's still going off.
I just don't hear it anymore.
Also, I didn't notice, what was it that killed us when we were doing light and dark?
Party. Light and dark, we had people miss their positions basically, so
Ah, okay.
I'll let her-
I see. What?
fuck. I got
Excuse me.
snapshotted. Yeah, same.
Now to take your measure.
I'm just gonna start popping sprint. My mate's gonna die, by the way. Oh, never mind. Yeah, which was there?
For victory.
Yeah, on Light of Dark, people were not like super well positioned, so when the donuts came out, that's what killed like most of the party.
I
After
see.
the lines. That's kind of what fucked everybody.
And then Kenneth and I, we were the middle pair on the west side and didn't rotate to the dark partner stack.
My heart
So we
quivers
both
in
didn't know where to go.
anticipation.
I'm not sure if they put any else though.
Yeah, it depends. Like if you're not standing on your spot going into it, your donut can kill other people.
Why do I keep using that there? That's fine.
Now to take your measure.
Oh, it's just like
You want me to call out that?
no, it's good.
Will light embrace consume.
Please be very center if possible.
I do want to discuss callouts after this build though, where we should go.
Like this part of the fight, I'm pretty comfy at this point, I think, so I can try and start doing it. And then proceed to like do the opposite of what I called out. What the fuck? Why did it flip?
I'll face the person who's being killed.
Oh, okay, okay.
MSL himself could do no better.
Alright.
These magics are not for you to
Back, partners. My bad, I went in too early.
I legitimately hate that stupid circle.
It's a little annoying. I just started like going way more in than I know I need to, just because like I was second guessing myself a lot and thinking I was safe when I was not.
warriors forged in my
There's some wiggle room because the pair AoE isn't huge. Like it's large but not that bad.
now to take your
That
mega.
party's out.
Stay in. Stay out. Off. Oh shit, I'm not. Oh my god, I always go in too early. Fuck.
That's so funny, you said stay out. But then
Alright. Out. Lines, lines, lines. Oh my god.
so much movement. Partners. Oh fuck, I'm moving in too early.
For victory.
That's not good.
Not sure why I died there. I brought the stack mid. Where you're supposed to go. I guess nobody just stacked with me and then it just moved.
West.
Will light embrace or darkness consume?
Sides and out. Holy fuck.
The fucky. Okay.
Light embrace or
Damn,
darkness
that
I don't know
shit's got
what
hands.
the fuck happened there. I had my shields up in time. What the fuck? Does it do more damage for the people down?
Maybe. Like, you think maybe share damage or some shit?
Yeah, so for callouts, just because every mechanic is light and dark, I think calling out what the actual mechanic is probably helpful. But we should. You can pull by the way while I'm talking, but
Might end up deafening myself for this fight while you guys do callouts and stuff, because they don't really do much for me,
Mm,
and the words take my attention off of what I'm doing.
yeah, that's fine.
My heart quivers in anticipation. darkness consume. Now to take your measure. For victory! MSL himself could do no better.
Don't lie to me.
These magics are not for you
This is dark, right?
Knockback.
warriors forged in my own image.
Fuck.
Partners in. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I couldn't turn it in time. Ah, fuck.
Yeah, that broke my brain a little bit.
I can move closer to the center so it's a smaller run radius.
My heart quivers in anticipation. Now to take your measure. Will light embrace or darkness consume? Now to take your measure. For victory! MSL himself could do no better.
Quit lying to me, Themis.
These magics are not for you to read.
Back. My party's out.
It's pretty clean.
For victory!
Live stream.
Remove the spinny duckies. South and
Southwest.
When light embrace or darkness consume.
And light parties.
When light embrace or darkness consume.
Oh, fuck me. I did the wrong thing. Sorry, guys. It's okay. It was just me. Nobody needed me anyway.
I am the emissary, and I
Alright,
shall never
first spots.
What? I'm okay, I'm far.
Rotate to dark.
Rotate?
Not yet.
Yeah, go to dark.
Go to dark orb, can I? Over here.
Dark orb, Kenneth.
Okay.
Lines. Back to spots. Light parties. You should go to the other side, Kenneth.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's always clockwise. Always rotate clockwise.
so confused. It's okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's okay. I moved
Sides and then in parties.
trying to get out of the bullshit stack, but
I don't even know.
Sad. The only thing you did wrong there is on that last movement, you should have rotated to the other side, like clockwise, onto the other, like outside of the boss. Then it would have been fine.
Okay.
That's literally the only thing that went wrong. Like everything else you did perfectly.
no, I also fucked that up. I moved
Yeah, no,
towards
I-
north and south.
Yeah, I just mean Kenneth. Like I was just watching Kenneth.
Oh no, I thought you meant as a whole. I'm like,
Yeah, no, it's because I was stabbed to
And
him,
I'm-
so I was like, okay, let me watch us, I guess.
Problem is, the last time I did a dark light party, rather than doing east and west, they did north and south.
It's east-west everything.
Oh no, he's yelling at me because I miss. Well, it's not always I'm missing it. Sometimes he just dies because he's standing in the wrong spot.
Oh, for like the stack up.
Yeah.
Whatever. He's not leaving, just pull them.
All right.
It's a learning party. We'll get there. It's
Yep.
fine. They're mad they can leave. Just fucking-
My heart
Plus, I hate main tanking.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm trying to decipher when the sweeper does his feints because He feints the first sticks, but not the second one, and I don't understand why. And like, I'm afraid of not using that on sticks, but that means like I don't have it for the next like AoE bleed. So I'm kind of like at a loss. So I like playing with Mocha. She actually knows how to fucking feint.
Will light embrace or darkness consume? Now to take your measure. For victory! MFXIV himself could do no better. These magics are not for you to wield.
Knockback. Stay out. It's
Warriors forged in my own image.
God damn, it's never the one I pick.
Now to take your measure.
my party's out.
Stay out, stay out, stay out. What?
Lines of the partners.
For victory!
West.
Will light embrace or darkness consume?
My party's out. Man, this AoE hits so fucking hard.
Will light embrace or darkness consume?
Oh, white party. Nice. Clean.
Nice.
Look for your spots. Well, in a second, I guess.
I am the emissary, and I shall never die.
Wait, what?
What the f-
Hello?
Is this okay?
Dark Orbs? lines, positions. High price. Yeah, the other healer was moving very weirdly there.
Light Party one, I remember in video he recommended sprint. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got clipped by one of the other party members' puddles.
Be judged worthy to exist.
Which, like, are people actually supposed to stand there?
Oh yeah, so I was on 3. So do I stay on 3 for the
Yeah,
line?
no. No, that would be the right spot. I just need to pop sprint, probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it definitely was like a where you were C that one, right, Hachi?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely either need sprint or Icarus to someone who's already there, because that timing is really tight.
I think, yeah, I'll start doing that, and then as we progress, I'll figure out when I can move without you having to use sprint.
Yeah. Didn't help that the white mage was standing on your spot for like half of the start of the first.
Yeah,
episode.
I was
Like,
kind of confused by that. I was like, hi, I'm the
it
long...
fucked me over too because I can't move away from him, otherwise I take damage.
Mhm.
This mechanic is fucked.
It made me second guess myself, though.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like, I'm not the short mechanic. My
Yeah,
tether
you're
is,
just standing there.
is screaming at me.
My heart quivers in anticipation.
We're getting to light and dark now, which is good.
Yep.
Mhm.
Also, can you, for the circle light and dark, you can just use the diamonds as reference points to where you need to stand.
Circle light and dark.
Like this one. So stand in your diamond and then run to the other diamond for where Nyx is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Will light embrace or darkness consume?
So I was trying to figure out why you said that, because I've been standing on our diamond.
Now to take your measure. For victory!
I don't like how the stack is not perfectly centered though.
Yeah, it bothers me too.
Yep. Because he turns the boss when they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns the boss and it means I can't like move behind them for positionals.
MS Self himself could do no better. These magics are not for you to wield. Warriors forged in my own image.
Finally.
Now
Ah, fuck.
No. Yeah, this one is suck.
Ah.
Oh, really fucking hell.
No, he's positioned the wrong way. Too.
Yeah, the boss's turn.
I moved too early. I have to wait till he starts casting before I can move.
Yeah.
In partners for that is literally the worst.
True.
My heart quivers in anticipation.
This fight is weirdly similar to P8S Part 1. In the amount of like cursed movement they have to do.
Now to take your measure.
I do really enjoy the little dance though of this fight when it's executed properly. A really satisfying movement
Will
to watch.
light embrace or darkness consume? Now to take your measure. For victory! Emmet himself could do no better.
Like Bartles. Bartles, Murals? What do people call these?
Magics are not for you to
Both.
Back. In partners. What happened to you? Oh, you got clipped.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure if I hit knockback in time, so I ran forward and
Oh,
I ran
okay.
back out. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
warriors forged in my own image.
Dude, the skilled markers kind of make me lose my bearings a little bit on this fight, not gonna lie. I know it's like part of the mechanic, but like, it just makes me a little lost when trying to find luck.
Now to take your measure.
Like parties.
Is it dark?
Partner. Yep. Go
Yes.
partner. Nice.
Sorry, I don't know what to call out. Yeah, we should have this discussion after this
Yeah.
this prog.
It's fine. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to figure it out.
It's all good. Northeast.
East, yeah.
I'm really glad I did $500 of fucking Omega.
Darkness consume.
My party's out.
Will light embrace or darkness consume?
ready for Dark and Light.
I am the emissary, and I shall never die.
Not far.
Yep, nice. So we're going to the Dark Orbs.
My face. Ah, I love when I don't have to move.
Clockwise to the Dark Orbs. There you go. Proteins, and then we're going to the light parties.
I'm going to east, right?
Yes,
I did
Ah.
not make it in time.
Yeah, that
it's
one
fine.
it's really far from A to
Yeah. Yeah, I should have. I didn't pop sprint in time. so it got
Legitimately,
there.
I popped sprint right when I knew the thing was about to go off, and then I just
Worthy to
booked it across.
Yeah, no, you got there. I couldn't got to you in time. I think.
I was flying, but
Yeah.
it didn't matter because I didn't have enough heals. Like I needed to pop a heal, but I was really low on my.
No, I think you would have been fine. I didn't get to the stack in time. Like you, I didn't take damage from the stack.
Oh, I see.
So I'm pretty sure that one was on me. Not like it wasn't a you problem. You were definitely on the spot by the time.
Felt like
I got
something.
snapshotted out of it.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, I think you were good.
Gotta go fast.
my
Go
heart
faster, faster, faster.
anticipation.
I hit that backwards from what I meant to, but that works.
Freestyle healing.
It's a little bit of dyslexia in my heels.
Jury. I guess we could just call it jury. If people
I forgot to call anything. We should call it lines.
Yeah, Protean
this one look tether.
in stack.
I mean, yeah, in light parties, I guess.
I hate it when they don't stand in the exact center, whoever's getting jumped on. Because you have to adjust and run out farther.
For what?
Or the tether that turns the boss.
Ah, yeah.
MS himself could do no better.
Dark mirrors.
These magics are not for you to read.
Knockback.
And partners.
Warriors forged in my own image.
Alright, point right direction.
Good luck.
I bet wrong.
Now to take your measure.
Closer, but still not exact. Yeah, stay out.
Oh, this
Lines of partners.
Yeah, that does way too much damage over.
Yeah. Eh, that guy tanked it. I think it's funny what they did with sticks on this fight. That it gets flick +1 hit every cast.
No.
Guy ran in way too far and died. Then he just left.
I mean, there's still some good prog. Like
Yeah.
we almost got through Light and Dark pretty cleanly, like a couple of times.
Yeah.
Just like a couple minor mistakes.
I need to restudy this. Still don't fully understand. At this point, I was basically listening to instructions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like it kind of clicked for me. It's just a matter. I don't have the timings yet.
You guys good for now, or gonna keep going?
I'm probably good for today,
Yeah,
I
I'm
think.
good for now.
Okay. Tell this guy.
I want to play more Devil May Cry.
I think I want cereal.
Cereal sounds good.
Go get cereal.
Did cap this week. I can buy another piece of clothes. What clothes do I want to buy?
Yeah, I do want to talk to Kami concerning the
Yep.
callouts for this. So to get as starting to be as broad as possible, do you think it's better to call out the mechanic or to call out what we do? Because I can see two lines of like justification or whatever arguments for either.
I think I don't know. I think that's up to like what people prefer.
Yeah.
For like P8S, for example, I think I did a mix of both, kind of. Like, for example, for like, you know, oh, ice first or fire first. Because people have a lot of different positions, I would just call fire or ice, right?
Yes.
And because there's like a priority system and shit. But like for this fight, a lot of the things are static. So like if I say like dark or light, that doesn't say a lot because everything is dark or light.
Right.
But also like I feel like if it's like lines, it's always gonna be lines. If it's like like light party out, it's always gonna be like light party and out. Like those are fixed positions. My logic when doing callouts is basically, is this a variable? If so, call out the mechanic. If not, call out what to do.
One, if it's a variable.
Like if the thing varies, like if people's position changes on that thing, like if you're not doing the same thing every time it comes up, I will usually call out like the mechanic, right? Oh, like light stream, or not light stream. I'm trying to think of an example. Like dark and light, right? I would be like, hey, find your partners, or like find your spots. But for the like the thing is like, okay, it's like, you know, party in and then out in light parties, for example. That's always the same movement. It's always the same thing you're gonna do.
I see.
So at that point, I think it's more productive to say like, you know, a reminder of what we were doing than to say like the name of the mechanic or like something like that. Especially because those mechanics change. Like saying jury overruling doesn't help much because there's two variants of the mechanic. At that point, I think it's easier to call out what to do in jury overruling. But then again, like that's just how my brain works. If you guys want call out, like I know not everybody wants callouts. Hachi, for example, like it fucks with their brain, and like I understand.
It sure does.
Yeah, I know. Like I understand. Like on like like a few fights, there's things that I process differently. So like I try to like disengage when someone does callouts.
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty good at canceling it out, like just not paying attention until I need to.
Yeah.
But this one's fucking with me.
Yeah. But yeah, I just mean like, because I know callouts can help some other people.
Yeah.
So like,
sure.
if people want callouts for specific things, I think I'm at a point where I can like comfortably try and do that.
Okay.
I'm just curious, like if people want to call out like everything that I can think of that is like call outable, like worth calling out, or like I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so then what I think is we can do either callouts or not callouts depending on what people prefer, but either way we should pre-plan what the callouts are going to be exactly, so that we're
And
crystal clear
fine.
when we are going to do callouts. So then yeah, so in regards to the thing about calling out exactly what to do, that's fine. I'm okay with either calling out the mechanic or what to do, and I'm also okay with no callouts or with callouts. The only concern is when you say lines, I know you mean proteans, but do you think there would be confusion with divisive ruling? Because that's like, how would we call that one out? Because it's kind of like a line attack as well, but it's like a different type of line.
So what are like if it was up to me, lines would always mean proteins, right?
Okay.
And then for divisive overruling, I will not call like lines.
Uh-huh.
I will probably call like what the pattern is. So like it's either out or in, right? Because that's the part that's important.
I see.
So yeah, if I was going to call out like overruling, if it was light overruling, I would call it as like out light parties. If it was like the other in partners.
Okay, I see.
At least that's how like I understand the mechanic, right? That's how like I process it. So
Okay, and then just to reiterate, you said for the tether one, you would just call out like in into light party stacks, out light party or something like that?
in into like out light party or something like along those lines. I have to figure out what's like easiest to say in the moment, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess like into light parties,
Okay.
or into like in out light parties, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, and then alternatively, it would be out into
pairs.
into pairs.
Out in pairs, I guess. Out
Okay.
and then in pairs.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so for the first one, that would just be lines into either pairs or light parties, right?
Yeah. Lines into pairs or lines into light party.
Okay.
Because like, you're always either going to move to your pair, or if it's light parties, you just move to the healer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like by adding in there's like having like 4+ words,
Yes.
it becomes like too crowded of a call out. So
Yeah. I can see.
and like if you say pairs, people will know where to go. If you say light parties, people will know where to go as well.
True. I see. Okay, that's true.
Because there's only like 2 positions. It's either on the healer in or like on your partner on the next donut over.
Okay. And then, yeah, divisive we talked about. What else is there? I think that's it, right? Because they just keep repeating those 3.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same like mechanics, kind of like repeated,
Yeah.
or like with slight like things on top of them. But like in essence, those are like the main callouts there are.
Okay. Yeah.
And then for like Arcane Revelation, I guess the only thing to call out there is what is safe. So like
Right.
light mirror or dark mirror, or like portal or dark portal.
Mm-hmm. You can just be like.
And then
light
it's
safe or
just
dark
like
safe,
yeah, light safe, dark safe. That works.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then for Shadow Messengers, you can reuse the same callouts, because like in the end, it's the same mechanic kind of for like
Yes.
divisive overruling.
Right.
Light String is just calling out a direction. Dark and Light, there's no real way to call it out. It's just like find your spots, and it's up to people to figure it out, because
Yeah.
the only thing I can call out there is like rotate into light or rotate into dark,
Yep. That makes sense.
which I think does the job.
Yeah.
And then after that, I don't fucking know what happens.
Yeah.
Dark Current, It's the next mechanic. It's like split less. Yeah, no, we haven't got the dark current. I need to like do the mechanic before I can think about it properly.
Mm-hmm. And then...
I'm gonna jump out of voice chat.
Okay.
All right.
Have a
See
good
ya.
night.
Night.
Good night.
There's one other mechanic. I forgot. Oh yeah. Oh, knockbacks. We should call that.
Right.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't call it, I'll call it out too. I'll try to remember that one.
Yeah, okay.
Because that one's the one that kills me the most. So.
Yeah. No. I just. Yeah. I just forgot on that last pool. I'm trying to call that out as well because I think it's a good reminder for everybody. Because if you don't knock back, you're fucking dead. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. I think.
Yeah.
Me being aware of the callouts, like forcing me to call it out too, helps me as well. Because it forces me to pay more attention to that part. So I remember.
I mean, if you want to call out knockback, that's fine by me.
Oh yeah, either way.
So that you're
Yeah.
focused on it, or I can. It's fine. It just take me once we start doing once we're like okay, coming do the call out. So like okay, it's just gonna take a couple of pulls for me to like adjust to remembering everything that I'm calling out and what I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Oh yeah, either one of us doesn't matter. And then. What else was there? I'm trying to remember.
Other thing I can think of. Do we need callouts for like when everybody goes to the center and the thing goes north?
Oh, I'm not sure.
It's after live stream, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not after live stream. It's after Revelation. Wait, what the fuck is that?
I think it's after Shadow and Messenger.
Okay, yeah, it's after Shadow and Messenger. So
Depending on the elements resolved by the light.
I could call like group center tank out and then move north and then lines.
Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Like party center tank out and then party north. Or, like just go north because everybody's going north.
Yeah.
And after that it's lines, so just say lines.
Then it's either light party or.
And then yeah, and then lines, and then it just repeats like light party or pars.
Okay.
Like partners. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good.
So I guess we're leaning to call out most things on what to do, I guess.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, in preparation, in case we do need to call out most things, we prepare for it, because I guess it depends on the people in our group. If some people prefer.
Yeah, like I'm good to do it. I just like I don't want to do it. Like I'm not gonna do it if people don't want callouts, right? Because like if it's not helping, then I won't do it.
And then worst case, well, not worst case, but like on the off chance that we don't want callouts, but then, for example, someone just asks, "Oh shoot, like what's happening right now?" At least we have a planned response. I think which is really good. So then we're not like trying to think of the thing right off the live or whatever.
Yeah, just trying to figure out what to say in the moment, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. I think that's it. But yeah, after Dark and Light, is that over half the fight? I think.
Dark and Light is the halfway point, I think.
Okay.
Well, like it's like 60% of the fight.
Okay.
After Dark and Light, there is like Dark Current, which is like a thing where you're like rotating around the room, like you split into two groups and like rotating.
That does not seem hard at all.
It doesn't, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be cursed.
I'll have to see it. I don't want to just
like on the guide, it doesn't look hard, but you never know.
True.
Then after the Dark Current, it's just jury overruling, so like lines and whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then there's the other one, the other big mechanic, Letter of the Law, which I don't know yet. It looks complex.
Yeah. But that is the very, well, I mean, effectively the last mechanic.
Yeah, no, that is the last mechanic. Like basically, once that's done, it's enraged. So
Okay. So, I mean, I think
we
we're
made
making
pretty good progress for a week.
For sure, yeah. We could theoretically get
Like I legitimately expected to get stuck in Shadow and Messengers, but it
yeah,
just didn't happen, I guess.
true. I think we have a good shot at clearing it next week. Or this coming
Maybe
week.
we'll see.
I just rewatched Dark and Light. I'm still confused.
It's complex, but like I feel like you really just have to like ignore everyone else and just focus on your job, like on it,
Yeah.
and just like be like, okay, like if someone else fucks up, it's on them. Just focus on my job on this whole mechanic. And lucky for you, your job is like static. It's like going to be one of two positions, right?
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you only have one of two.
Yeah.
I think since you only have one of two, you should just go through every permutation. And know exactly what to do for every permutation. I think it'll start to make sense after that.
Yeah.
Just brute force.
Sounds like
The
a
main
lot of
thing, the main thing for you, I feel, is if it's like the light thing, the light overruling after the initial mechanic, right? And if you're far, is knowing to pop sprint. Like that's the main difference, because otherwise it's gonna be hard to like make it to the light party.
Yeah.
Well,
But that's something like I'm still struggling with too, you know. Like that's something that I'm getting used to the timings as well, and like remembering to sprint as like the outside.
That's another thing we could call out too if you happen to remember. This pop
Yeah,
sprint.
I should do a pop sprint for that part. That one is definitely something I would try to keep in mind, especially for me.
Yeah, that run distance is rough.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in, it's pretty chill. The main thing is like if you're the out header, you really gotta haul ass during the mechanic. I was talking one of the Discord. I'm gonna post it here. Hold on, let me see if I can find the message. There's like a black mage player that was talking about like P12S.
Real quick, since we're doing uptime, it's always rotate clockwise, right?
Always rotate clockwise, yes.
Okay. That'll make things slightly easier.
Yeah, you're always gonna end up in a like relatively similar spot. Like it's always gonna be clockwise.
Okay.
Like if it's light, it's literally just like east-west, right? And then like if it's dark, dark is the one that's like a little bit funky because the long tethers rotate and the other like everybody still rotates clockwise. It's just the spots of rotation are more akin to like, you know, like north-south for the shorts and like northeast-southwest for the others. But like at that point, like that's what the markers are for. It's that one specific mechanic.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the point where people need to like be aware of the markers because that's where you're gonna end up. Is for the dark variation of that mechanic.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, people were talking about like the thing you guys were saying yesterday of like P11 on like the first 2-minute burst of that fight, where he just like lets you do the whole thing without any mechanics.
Oh.
And someone said like on P12S, like as a black mage, they have like 20% ley lines of time.
Oh my god.
Because like you gotta move during super chain, and the 2-minute burst allow like lines up to super chain theory.
Oh my god.
So that one guy was saying like, oh, I just like literally save like basically everything that like is.
Jesus. Okay. Wait, why does it love that
Like,
fight for
fucking-
Black Mage?
I don't know, dude, but I just thought it was funny. Like, dude, just like, oh, I just like save everything, fucking double, triple cast, Xeno glossy, uh, like Thunder Tree Rock, whatever the fuck during that fight. I was like, holy shit, that sounds like hell.
It does. I'm not excited.
Yeah, no ley lines for you.
The freaking spider too. Spider hates ley lines.
That is true. I still remember the first time you put your ley lines on the side platform at the bridge, bro.
I had to try.
That was so. I know that this was so funny. 'Cause I didn't even consider the bridge breaking afterwards. I was like, yeah, they probably can stay there, maybe.
Yeah,
And
that's
it was
what I
like, oh
thought.
wait, no, they cannot. They need to do towers.
Yeah. Damn it. Sucks.
The main thing of this tier that kind of bothers me a little bit about Dragoon is that I have 3 buffs to get out, right? Like, one of them is a self buff that's slightly longer duration, so it doesn't matter. I can use it as I'm moving. But, like, I have to make sure that the other person is in range from Dragon Sight, and I have to make sure that I'm, like, centered so that the whole party can get Battle Litany. Which is kind of poopy.
Even with the buff range buff?
Battle Litany, funnily enough, now is the smallest AoE damage buff.
Wait, really? Wow.
I mean, yeah, they buff the range and shit, but like it's the smallest of all of the buffs that exist now.
Oh, damn.
Because everything else got more buff than it.
Oh, I see. What's the Yalm thing?
Battle Litany is like 30 alms, I think.
Okay.
A lot of the other buffs are like bigger than that. What's Arcade Circle? Yeah, Arcade. It stays on Arcade Circle. Arcade Circle is 30 alms as well. So the two fucking classes I play.
Yeah.
Pain.
Yeah, I'll have to check next time. I'll make sure I'm getting Battle Litany. I never really check those buffs. Because I pre-position into my spread spot very early into the fight. So I don't have to move as much.
Yeah, I mean, I try to use it on the center of the arena to try and make sure I get as much people as I can, but
Yeah.
sometimes if I fucked up my rotation or something, I can like misalign it a little bit.
God, I remember P8 Potato would like run into the middle of the group for her bard thing.
Yeah.
Out and confuse the shit out of people.
Looking buff ranges.
Yeah, during Fire and Ice, people get so scared. It's like, what is going on? Oh yeah, I should watch Black Mage POV kill videos for 10 because I've been delaying my ley lines just because I have like almost 0 uptime with the first ley lines, or not. I mean, not the pole ley lines, but the first
like
fight.
burst window.
Yeah. Or I guess technically.
Wait,
it's
on this fight?
No, on P10. That's the spider.
Oh, okay, on V10, yeah.
Like, do I delay it or do I just like sacrifice it? Just like line up with buff windows again? I really don't know.
I legitimately have no clue.
Yeah.
I don't know what you. This is like a Black Mage optimization thing. You have to go and watch.
Yeah, I feel like it's more of a math problem. Someone just needs to like do the calculations for whether it's worth it or not.
And you just go look at a 100 parse video or something.
Yeah, true. Probably should.
What's the fucking name of that person? Explosion.
Oh yeah, that one guy. Yeah, Exu, and then his last name is Explosion.
Yeah. Let's see, what did they do? It's like the 2 minutes ley line, right?
Yeah. Oh, ages ago.
Scholar. I don't even think I've job changed to monk since Endwalker came out. But monk would be cool because it sounds fucking complicated. What I've understood about Monk so far is 0.96 or like really fucking fat.
It's doing the side platforms, right?
Yes.
They do it before they go to the side platforms, actually.
Oh yeah, you're right. Wait, how much uptime do they have? Hold on, let me watch this.
They drop it a good chunk of time before, yeah. They drop it like right after webs, interestingly enough.
Hmm.
Like during Meltdown, the laser attack.
Yeah. Okay. And they just move super late. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, they wait for the thing to appear and expand. Yeah, they just put it before and greed the shit out of it.
Hmm.
Class
Okay.
they're Savage with?
Let me check their opener. Do they pre-pull ley lines?
I'm not like I don't play.
Oh, they do
those.
pre-pull ley lines. Okay.
Yeah, they pre-pull alliance.
I don't play those. I like
I guess. All right. Fine.
although okay.
I guess even black mages care about party buff windows. Yeah.
I was like getting like
God, what would be the worst thing though is whether or not that's the right choice depends on your party composition. God, I don't want to deal with that shit. Because the thing is, Black Mage is one of the, well, it's a selfish class, but it's like more selfish than most because the buff windows don't help Black Mage as much as they help other classes because Black Mage does not burst as hard during the 2 minutes. Like,
Yeah, Black Mage is more consistent, like damage overall, a little bit less about the burst. Even though it do have like your Xenoglosses and shit, but
yeah. Like the ley lines.
it's like way less burst than
Yes.
like Summoner, for example. Summoner is like the burst class.
For sure. And then I don't think the ley lines actually add that much damage. It's one of the weaker 2 minutes, I think, as far as I know. But like if that's truly the case though, like, I wonder if delaying it is better if you have like if you have all selfish classes as DPS, right? Like if you have a samurai and a machinist and like
Yeah, I feel if you only have like if you don't have any, I don't know, if your comp is like fucking samurai, machinist, black mage, and I guess the melee doesn't matter as much, but because like all the other melees have some kind of party buff.
yeah.
But like our comp is usually what, like samurai, black mage, dancer, and
Dancer.
dragoon.
Yeah. Dancer Dragoon.
I mean, either dancer. Yeah. I mean, dancer, dragoon, dancer less so because most of their buff is targeted, right? But like, dragoon is definitely like party wide buff and shit because I have like battle litany as well.
What does Battle Litany do again exactly?
Battle litany is increase critical rate by 10%.
Oh, okay. I
And
see.
then if I'm on Reaper, it's like 3% damage from Arcane Circle. So yeah, you'll be losing out on crit rate from Battle Litany. Dragon's Side is the more important one, but that's also targeted because it's like 5% by the other ally.
What does the Dancer 2 minutes do? Like for party wide, not the single target? Is it just percentage? For
The
flat
Dancer,
percentage?
the technical step.
Yeah. Is it 5%
let me
of
check.
or something?
Actions, technical finish. Yeah, 5% to everybody.
Yeah, I probably should line it up. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Actually, Cushion is doing them probably. Because I did change my Black Mage gear setup somewhat recently. And went from spell speed, which I usually prefer, to crit. Because I kept getting crit pieces as drops. That's the main reason.
What spell speed are you running now?
Right now, it's 1780, but it's going to go a lot lower once I start getting the right pieces. Because there's 2 Black Mage builds. One is like as much spell speed as possible and minimizing crit, and the other one is getting as much crit and spell speed. Well, crit focus first and then spell speed second. I think. Something like that.
Gotcha.
So I swapped over to the crit one. But that probably makes sense too, since you're playing Dragoon. Battle Litany would scale better with the crit build.
Yeah, with crit for sure.
Yeah, so okay, this is probably the right choice. That's fine.
Like Explosion runs the spell speed, right? It says 824 spell speed.
Is it 824?
824 yet 824.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So I think they run the spell speed variant of it. I don't know for sure. They have 3 quick tongues slotted in.
Wait, isn't 824 really low?
I don't know, dude. I don't play Black Mage.
Yeah.
Here, trying to look at the gear.
Okay.
Is there any other class I played Savage with? I mean, I've played Savage on all the casters. I did a little. Bit of samurai and it was spreads first. Learn monk. Maybe I'll become a monk pod patch parser. Sounds like fun.
Holy shit, this guy got 100? Damn, that's crazy.
I mean, he's like one of the more of the sweatiest black mages in the fucking data center.
That's
So
true. That's crazy.
they're like top 100 in every like parse basically. So.
Yeah. Oh, they go the super greedy build. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'll build in the same way as this guy. He plays non-standard. I don't like non-standard.
Yeah, I mean, they probably play like a super optimized way that their party allows them to play like that as well. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you have
that's
to surrender to the whims of Party Finder.
true, true. One of the main reasons I don't like playing non-standard is they highly recommend people who play non-standard to get a mana tech tracker,
Mhm.
and like having a rotation rely on a third-party add-on is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. to like, cause
Sure.
you know, like how all the dots and everything in this game damage or anything over time.
Servatics, yeah.
Yeah, server ticks. So you have a server tick tracker? It's so stupid.
Yeah, no, that sucks. That's like a level of optimization that I will never get to. Like I don't give a shit enough. Like
Yeah.
too much effort at that point.
Yeah, even me as a dirty tryhard min-maxer, I don't think I'll get the server tick tracker.
Yeah, that's just like too much.
Yeah. Definitely respect the player though. Explosion, I used some of his guides in the past. Very informative.
Yeah, I mean, there's just every class has that like few guys that are just like super fucking dedicated to the class and just like optimize the shit out of it.
Yeah.
The main thing is like certain classes need more like, you know, I think there's definitely like a level of play where you like it's not only on you but also the party to like optimize with you, right? Or to allow you to optimize in certain ways.
True.
And I feel Black Mage out of all classes is the one where that is the most like notable.
Yes. I think so.
Because like adjusting for like Black Mage movement to allow them to be on certain spots or allow them to like green or certain things.
Mhm.
Like whenever possible, I try to like make way. If you like her, I see like you're doing a mechanic and shit. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna move to the other side, like for the webs, for example. Because like I can move, it doesn't matter. But I know not a lot of people have that mentality, especially on Party Finder.
Yeah. True. I tried to do that a little bit on P7, but people don't read chat ever. So it's kind of
Yeah. I mean, I hold sort of like a like in my mind there's sort of like a priority for classes, right? Like I play Dragoon. People who play Samurai and Black Mage and like fucking called like Reaper, I give them way for positions, right? Because they will deal more damage than me and they have more things that lock them in place than me. But like if a dancer is trying to take my spot, I have more things that lock me in place than a dancer, so I'm not gonna move for a dancer or a bard.
that makes sense.
So like I have it doesn't matter because no one else follows it, right? But like in my brain, I have a logic of like, should I give way to this person or not? And that's basically on like, how much does this class need to stand in place, and how much more benefit do they get from standing in place than me at this point, you know?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
It's like for like P10 or whatever, like if Volca wants group 2, like I'm gonna do group 2 because Volca has more cast than me, so.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what, like, there is like one or two fights in the like in the tier, I feel that like I give way to Mocha to the other group. For example, for P6, Hegemon.
Okay.
Mocha wanted the other group for positionals. I was like, sure, whatever. And for like this fight, not this fight, the first Sun's year. No, yeah, the P10 for Spider. Mocha wanted the other group because they have to move less to get to the spot for the side platformation. It's like, sure, whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I don't need to stop necessarily, but they have their dots and like Midari to do, so it makes sense that I'm the one to move, right? But people don't respect that idea, I guess.
Are there any Dragoon specific things that like would benefit from certain positions based on like the jumps or whatever?
I mean, there's points like 2-minute burst, for example. I have to do Star Diver, right? And I have like realistically, I have like a 10 to 15 second window to get my Star Diver on. And oftentimes it will be towards the end of a mechanic, so like I have to hold to like 3 seconds left of Star Diver. Those are times where I'm like, okay, like I need to gap close like right now, so I'm just gonna do that, and you need to fucking do something about it. There's no super specific things because, like after I gap close, I still have some time to like move out, right? There's just like a second and a half worth like animation lock that I'm in.
I see.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, if there's like a samurai with Mocha, for example, I'm always gonna like prioritize Mocha being comfortable in the fight than me because I can move more than Mocha, like in that sense. You know?
Mocha's a melee caster.
Yeah, I'm like low priority in that sense because like I'm a buff class. Like if you go like adjusted by RDPS or damage is comparable, like me and you, right? Because I'm a buff class. But like if you look at the DPS meter during the fights, you will often be above me because it doesn't account for like the buffs and shit.
Yeah.
That's just like the nature of the class and stuff, and you're probably better than me at the rotation.
Okay.
But because I have buffs, like in some way, like my damage is gonna be lower anyway, my personal damage. So I always want to make sure like I'm, you know, buffing the people who need to be buffed, rather than like making sure I got like my rotation like 100% now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If it risks like me missing someone with buffs, right? Because that's part of my RDPS.
About that though, like the fact that kind of the nature of, how do you say this, like some classes are buff classes, some classes are, you know, selfish DPS classes, and that it's actually a thing in this game and it exists is kind of amazing to me because that doesn't really fly in World of Warcraft. Everyone's a selfish DPS basically. People do not like helping each other.
I think it's nice to have that option, especially because, like, you know, I'm playing melee, but before I joined the static, I always used to play healer. It's like I've always been more like supporty. It's nice that I can still, like, you know, I have my own rotation and shit, and that's like where most of my damage goes through. But like, still, I like having the option to still play in some way a support role while also playing DPS, right? I think Bard is the best example of this because Bard has like low DPS, like quote unquote low self DPS, but like has so many like party buffs and stuff, and like the rotation is built around like keeping everybody buffed up at all times, right?
That's true. Bard is probably the most supporty job after Dancer.
I would argue it's more supporty than Dancer in some ways. Because, like, Dancer has the buffs for, like, you know, 2 minutes and every minute, but Bard, like, the 3 main skills, like, the 3 songs are, like, the core part of their rotation, and their entire point is that they buff allies as well.
I see.
I don't know, I think they're comparable. And then you have, like, the selfish option, which is Machinist, which I find really cool. Just, like, no fucking buffs at all, just fucking shoot gun.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to have those options.
Sure.
Or like, you know, basically every melee DPS has like a buff of some kind, like Monk with the Mantras, or like Battle Litany, Dragon Eye, or like Arcane Circle. And then you have Samurai, just fucking send it. I'm a big fan of classes having distinct roles and ways of playing. Although to be honest, like compared to something like Guild Wars, Final Fantasy XIV classes are very homogenized.
Oh. What are they like in Guild Wars?
So in Guild Wars, every class has access to a set of weapons, right? So like Necromancer could like use like a staff or like a 1 or like axe, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And each weapon that you equip changes your skills, like the skills you have available. So you could have like a Necromancer, like I'm saying Necromancer because I used to play Necromancer on that game.
Mm-hmm.
You could have a build that was like Necromancer built for like just raw physical DPS, right? Or you could have a Necromancer, like in that case you would run like the Great Sword on Necromancer with like Axe and like a focus or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can have like a Necromancer with like Wand and Torch to have like a dot focus build. Or you could have like, there was even like a healer Necromancer build with like a similar setup. So like all the classes have a little bit more variance because of the way the game is set up. Like you can each like the same class can fill different roles depending on your build, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
It didn't have like, oh, this class is DPS, this class is X, this class is Y. Certain classes usually tended towards certain things, right? But for example, like the best healing class on that game was like Ranger, because they had like a specialization that was Druid. But also Ranger at the same time, it was like one of the it was the single best healer for sure, like the single best healer and buffer. It was also like the best class for like dot damage with a completely different build.
Interesting.
So it was really cool. Dude, that game had some like the sickest fucking raids I've ever seen. It's a shame that the community didn't fucking do raids or like was absurdly careful.
Oh.
Because the raids were so fucking like cool. Like, you know, FF has some really cool raids and stuff, but like the creativity and mechanics of like Guild Wars, I feel was like really nice because they had access to like the Dark Souls dodge roll, right?
Let's see. Yeah, that's just a very different type of game.
It is like it's a lot more action MMORPG than FF. FF is a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean by the homogenization. Because in World of Warcraft too, you had like talent trees and stuff, which is like just a common RPG thing. So you definitely could do one class differently. But I don't know. I guess it's different in Final Fantasy though, because you can, as one character, you can play any job. So if you think about it that way,
for sure.
Then you know it's a little bit different again, because if you're getting bored of a job, you just switch to another job. Where like with other games, you know, if you get bored of that class, you do a different spec or a different talent tree or a different build, right? But you
you're still gonna
as a goal.
Yeah. Yeah, Guild Wars, dude. I really wish the community for the game wasn't like absurdly casual, because they had some like super creative raids that looked really fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like they make use of arenas a lot better than FF14 does.
Like the area where you fight the boss?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like the one video, the video I posted there, the music sucks by the way, but the it's not the in-game music, but like the arena itself on that fight, like the whole fight is about the arena. Like the arena is constantly changing. You're like flying around, like going to other spots, like doing the mechanics and shit. It's like really, it's a lot more interesting than like fucking P9S, for example. I feel.
Oh, I see.
Man, it sucks. I watched these fights and I'm like, I miss that game a bit. It just sucks that the game didn't have a future, I guess. At least for me.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, the glidey thing is kind of cool, even in the middle of a fight. Wait, so this is not a GCD system, right? You just...
No. It's an action RPG kind of thing. Like, it's
Okay.
mostly cooldowns and stuff.
I see.
It's not on a GCD system. Like, every weapon has like a basic skill, like the number 1, which doesn't have a cooldown, and it's usually like a 1-2-3 combo, right?
Okay.
And then the other skills have cooldowns and stuff. The first 5 skills of the bar are your weapon skills, and the last are the like assigned skills that you can choose.
So the little yellow bar at the bottom of the screen, is that your like fake GCD? Is that what locks you out of other abilities?
Nothing locks you out of other abilities.
Okay.
Like the only thing locking you out is the length of the skill animation. That's it.
Okay, I see.
So like, when they do certain skills, there's it's like a cast time, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. The little yellow bar probably referred to as the cast time, and the cast time varies. Like some skills have a cast time, some skills don't. So.
Okay. Interesting.
It also didn't really like lock you in place for like basically anything. Like you didn't have like, there are like very few skills that lock you in place for things, so you could always be like moving around. Yeah, they made like 7 raids for that game, and then they didn't make any raids ever again because the community is shit and too casual to play raids.
That's sad. Yeah.
The last raid, they started making raids in 2015, and they released like 3, like, you know, like they released like 3 raid tiers in like 2015 and 2016, and then there was like 2 more in like 2017 and 2 more in like 2018 and early 2019, and they just never released another raid again to this day.
That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like the problem with that game is they put too much. Like the overworld of that game is better than Final Fantasy, like for sure. Like it's way more fleshed out, like, and like feels more alive than Final Fantasy 14. But like everything revolved around it, and like farming events and stuff like that on the overworld, which was cool for a while, right? But then it gets stale, and not having dungeons or like not having raids to run is really shitty. Their dungeon system was like they had some fun challenging dungeons, but it was also neglected as fuck.
Okay. I see.
They had a system that had like, you know, a set of dungeons that was like 100 floors, right? There was like a set of dungeons spread across these 100 floors, and like you know, there are 4 tiers of like every 25 floors you have like different challenges of the dungeons in there. But like that was like the one thing that they actually like bothered to update, and everything else is just like neglected. And that you could only really get rewards from doing that like once a week for like 4 different dungeons, and then you're kind of like locked out of anything for the rest of the week, because like you could still do it but it didn't reward you, which was really shitty. So I don't know, that game is just, it's such a good game held back by stupid company choices.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate.
What I miss the most is the mount system. That shit was so fun.
The gliding thing.
Gliding thing was cool, and like they had like different like traversal mechanics with like gliding and stuff. But, like the mounts in that game were really cool because like each mount was like super unique in their movement.
I see, I see. Yeah, for how much I like Final Fantasy, it is very cookie cutter MMO. They don't like to take
It is.
any big risks, like, you know, making every single mount unique or anything like that. I don't think they'll ever do that. Because it's one of those things where, like, players will complain, and you have to be willing to accept that they're just going to complain. Because, like, oh, this person has a cooler mount than I do, and I can't get this mount, blah, blah, blah.
Like, look at this. It's so fucking fun. There are like little challenges and shit. You could fly around in your griffin, like do like little speed runs of the races. It was so nice.
Yeah. I will say that this type of thing, Final Fantasy probably can't do. Not that they would want to, because the limitations of, I don't know, how the game was designed. Like, it's super laggy.
No, for
and
sure.
Responsive. Yeah.
Guild Wars 2, yeah, Guild Wars 2 was like an action RPG, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's so, but it was more action RPG than Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is a lot like even just because of the GCD system, right?
Yeah.
Like that already limits what you can do with the game by a bunch. I just find it really sad. Like I just really miss the mount system from Guild Wars 2 going into Final Fantasy 14, because Final Fantasy 14 mounts are literally just like a skin, right? Because
Yes.
every mount functions like your standard issue chocobo.
Yes.
And I don't like that. I really wish. I know they can't do it, especially with the amount of mounts they have, right? Because Guild Wars had what, like 7 mounts, and then you had mount skins, right?
I see.
So like you had your Griffin, you had like your Raptor, you had your like your Beetle, like you had very few mounts, but each mount was so incredibly unique from each other that, you know, it made it a lot more meaningful. While Final Fantasy 14 mounts are more like the traditional mounts from the MMO,
Yeah.
which are just like a way to show like you did the content, right?
Yeah. In that regard, you could say Final Fantasy only has one mount in the game, and everything is a skin.
Yeah, it literally like that's basically what it is though. Like yeah, all the mounts in that are skins.
Yeah. Yeah, even World of Warcraft, they ripped off this flying system in the latest expansion, and then
Good,
there's
as they should.
yeah, they should. The one thing Blizzard is good at is ripping off like other people's stuff
Dude.
and making it good.
People, if a mechanic is really good and fun,
Yeah.
people should steal that.
Yeah.
Like people should use the really good parts of other games especially like on a long-term game like an MMO.
Yeah.
People should use the long-term good decisions other MMOs make for others.
That's how you improve on your games. Otherwise, every game is like just mediocre. But yeah, like
Yeah.
Final Fantasy itself definitely stole from WoW a lot, but not in a bad way, in a good way.
Yeah.
But
Final Fantasy is a really good game. The raids are really nice. I really like that, like, the raids feel different, right? Because, like, in Guild Wars, it was definitely, like, you know, still the aspect of, like, mechanic solving and stuff, but there wasn't a lot of, like, the choreography of Final Fantasy XIV, if that makes sense. The fights in 14, once you get them down, they're like a little dance, right? You're going to your spots, you're doing the movements correctly and stuff like that. On Guild Wars, is a lot more of like reactive to like the environment and the boss. So like, you know, like you need to like kill these ads, or like you need to like do this like specific mechanic, or like you need to like do the specific job that appeared at this point of the fight. That is not really the case for a lot of Final Fantasy XIV. It's like a very much like a choreographed fights. Things are very, like, they have variations, but they're very consistent.
It is very much like just a different kind of game. I just wish, I just miss aspects of Guild Wars, the parts that I liked about Guild Wars.
yeah. It's understandable.
I don't even know what the game is doing nowadays, but you know. I dream about it every now and then. I get the call of the void to like,
Yeah.
because the story of that game was good. Final Fantasy XIV is better. They have better writers for sure. It wasn't like bad though. Like they had some very fun story beats.
I see.
But I do miss the open world exploration of Guild Wars. That was like really fun and cool, especially because of the mounts. Roll Trinity, that's the word I was trying to think of earlier. Like, Final Fantasy has the Roll Trinity, right? The tank healer DPS. That wasn't a thing on Guild Wars.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about something about that. Like every one's a DPS or something.
Yeah, it used to be that way before. I mean, I guess it is that way because they don't do raids anymore, right?
I see.
So yeah, everybody, like before the first expansion, which is when they started doing raids, like before Heart of Thorns, everybody was a DPS. Like you basically just wanted to get like the most like damaging comp you could get, right? To like kill shit fast. Especially because everybody has like a self heal in some way.
I see.
But like the like the lack of a Roll Trinity was interesting when they added in raids, because it meant people could like go and start like speccing into things, right? So like you would get the ranger healer, the ranger like DPS, or you get like the mesmer like tank, or the mesmer DPS, or the ranger healer and shit. Like it was really, it started to like branch out, and people could like fill in the positions with various classes, which was really nice. But yeah. Sadly, people didn't do the fucking raids, so they stopped making them.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It sucks too, because it was very nice. Their dungeons were interesting. They didn't, like, I don't think any game has as many dungeons as fucking FF14, but they had an interesting mechanic with their dungeons, which was each dungeon had like 3 to 5 different paths that you could take, and like each one had their own like little story that was contained, and they had like different bosses and like different mechanics for each path. So like, if you wanted to farm like your weekly dungeon rewards and stuff, you could farm like, you know, the different paths of each dungeon.
Is it kind of like what they're trying to do with the?
Yeah, it's Criterion. Yeah.
I see.
No, you mentioned basically every dungeon was a Criterion dungeon.
I see. That's pretty cool.
Except I feel their system was a little more refined than Criterion, because Criterion you have like tiny variations, right, of things. They had like different areas of the dungeon you would go to, like different bosses and like, you know, different things, so like objectives that you could have to achieve.
I see.
So it was a little bit more refined, but it was comparable to Criterion. Go feed my cat, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright, I think I'm gonna head out.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
Alright, night then.
Alright, gonna head out.
good night.
See you night.
Night.
Damn, the bundle for the little A booster pack bundles, like the foil terrain and shit for Magic.
You okay? What about the bundles?
The Lord of the Rings bundles are still going for like $250 here.
Ooh. For 8 packs? But the One Ring was
Yeah,
found,
it's- Yeah, that's why I don't understand. I went to check if it like had dropped in price, right?
Uh-huh.
And no, it just like stabilized in this, I guess.
Interesting. That is weird.
Yeah, it's way too much, honestly. It's...
Mhm.
I could buy like 2 commander decks for the price of a bundle. That's crazy.
What bundle is it exactly? Is it set boosters or collector boosters or what?
The collector. No, it's like 8 set boosters and 1 collector booster.
Oh, okay.
A fucking box of collector boosters is going for. Let me make the conversion. $835.
Holy shit. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense though. Kenneth's saying, in the US at least, the collector boosters are like cheaper than draft boosters now. Which is crazy.
You know what I think happened? Like, the thing is, like, you guys have more product than us, is the
Oh,
thing,
I see.
right? Because it has to be imported here.
Yeah, yeah.
So the few stars that have it probably bought it at a lot higher price once, like, once they saw, like, they were selling out on, like, the already overpriced bundles, right? Already overpriced boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, yeah, just get more of it. And they did, and like, it arrived, and they probably paid more than the base price for it, because they had to import it. I just think it's stupid that like sealed product doesn't have a static price,
Yeah.
Because like specific cards fluctuating, that's whatever, right? Like singles fluctuating, that's one thing. I don't think sealed product, like out of the fucking factory, should fluctuate in price.
There should be MSRP or something, right? And like, they should
Yeah.
abide by it. Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
In my opinion, yes. I think the fact that it is not standardized is like really dumb.
And they purposefully removed the MSRP too of the.
Yeah,
like,
of course they
things,
did.
too. Like they used to have one, even though people didn't really follow it. But like, they just gave up any semblance of trying to like convince people that they're trying to do reasonable things.
So annoying.
Yeah.
Should play Magic. I haven't played in a while.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to get the group together again.
I tagged people earlier, but no one was playing. I was like, okay, sure. I guess it's Monday.
Yeah. I'm gonna try again tomorrow, but then yeah, we'll have raid later on. I don't know, we'll see. Did you make any more commander decks since last time?
No, I have not created any new ones.
I have heard the One Ring and Orcish Bowmasters have been seeing quite amount of play in other formats. So
Yeah,
those
I mean,
cards, yeah.
I didn't expect the One Ring to see a lot of play necessarily, but I don't know other formats as well. But I definitely thought Archish Bowmasters were going to see a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's pretty OP. Yeah, it will be interesting.
I can definitely fit it into my dungeon deck, but I chose not to.
Yeah, it kind of can go anywhere.
It can go in literally any black deck.
Yeah, that's the issue with those two cards actually, is that they kind of go anywhere. They're too general and too good at being general. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, like thinking about demand or supply and demand, if those two cards are highly sought after and Lord of the Rings is a super popular set and like they printed a bajillion things, like everything else in the set's gonna be super cheap, right? It's just those cards gonna be more and more expensive and everything else become cheaper and cheaper.
I don't know.
probably.
Call of the Ring is really expensive right now.
Oh, is that the 2-mana black enchantment?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know that one.
Yeah, I wanted to put that on my dungeon deck and I wanted to buy it, but like it's really expensive right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess most of the other are pretty cheap. Like the other big card is Mirkwood Bats, but that's like a common, so that's why it's gonna be cheap
Yeah.
anyway.
There's no way Common's gonna be that expensive, I don't think. I did buy Sting for like 50 cents, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna become expensive like I thought it was. It's just too narrow, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's that many commanders that care about tapping.
Looking at the cards here, there's a few cards that are like cut, not like unreasonably expensive, but like pricey cards, right? It's like the One Ring and Call of the Ring are the top two, and then you jump a little bit and you have the Lighted Halfling.
Oh, right.
And let's see what else. Yeah, Orcish Bowmasters, of course, right next to Call of the Ring.
It's called
The
actually
other
higher?
stuff is like, no, it's the One Ring, Orcish Bowmasters, Call of the Ring. Yeah, Call of the Ring is third.
Okay.
Fourth is the Lighted Halfling, and fifth is Aragorn Unifier.
Oh, how interesting.
Then you have Saruman, Dawn of a New Era, Again of the White, Sauron. You have like the ones seems to be like the ones that are kind of expensive seems to be the cards that are like from the Commander decks, I guess. Maybe.
Oh yeah, those are some pretty good reprints. Or you're talking about like, the original ones.
Like the original Commanders or Commander decks and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, the fucking Nazgul cards are really expensive for some reason. Like it's not expensive for a card, but it's expensive because you want 9 of them.
Yeah.
So I kind of hate that because I really wanted to get like the Nazgul. I really wanted to do the other deck, but I'm not gonna do it anytime soon. Especially not the prices of these cards.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yes, the issue is most of the time when people are building decks for Commander, they only need 1 copy. If they're building decks for Constructed, they only need 4 copies. But Nazgul, you need 9. It just makes demand way
Yep.
higher.
Yeah.
And of course, people will want 1 of each art too.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
I want one of each card. So dumb.
Has the guy who got the One Ring said anything about what he's going to do with it?
I don't know.
I haven't
have no
really paid
clue.
attention.
Yeah, I haven't kept up at all.
I'm so sad though that it became such a big news story though, because that means Wizards of the Coast is going to be incentivized to do it again.
Oh, even if it didn't become a huge news story,
Yeah,
they would be incentivized to do it again because this set sold like fucking water.
that's true. Normally I'd say that's a good thing, because that means the cards are cheaper, but
It's not the case as we can see it.
Yeah.
That's what sucks. I really thought like we will have cheaper singles, and it's just not true, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Like I'm really sad. I really thought like, oh, I'm gonna be able to get a bunch of like the singles that I want and shit. Maybe I'll be able to like a commander deck for this set, like the one that I made on tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
But nope, it's very expensive, and it sucks.
Yeah. I think Wizards' official stance, I could be wrong about this, so don't quote me on it, but I think they said that they were willing to reprint the stuff in Lord of the Rings with a different name, doing like the universes something something thing, you know, where like there's like the real name on the bottom and like the fake name on top.
Yeah.
So if that's the case though, that means if we just wait long enough, the prices might go down more, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm
Reprints.
kind of hoping there will be like prices going down for this because there's like another print of it coming, but I don't know if people are gonna buy the other print because
Oh, there's no one.
there's not the gambling incentive, right?
Yeah. We'll see. I'm curious, who's the target demographic for Magic the Gathering? Is it Because like the professor jokes around sometimes is a children's card game, but is it really directed at?
No, it's not. No,
It is.
a children's card game is Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like Pokemon is targeted at kids. Like I think Magic the Gathering is targeted at like, you know, like 20 to 30-year-olds with a lot of disposable income.
Yeah, 'cause it's not a cheap game, so I don't know.
No, it's definitely not. Like it's way more expensive than any other card game as an entry cost. And like I guarantee you, like the target demographic right now are like 20-something-year-olds, which are, you know, like either in college or just out of college and have some disposable income, or like 30 to 40-year-olds with a lot of disposable income.
Yeah. Especially with the recent universes, whatever it's called. They did Warhammer, Lord of the Rings, they're doing Doctor Who. Those are not really kids shows. I mean,
No, they're not children's things. They are things that, like, you know, the people who were kids that like these things are now adults with spending power, and that's why they are,
yeah.
you know, they're choosing those. They definitely say, like, oh, it's like the professor says it's like a children's card game. It's not. Like, it's an adult card game for adults because children can't afford to play fucking Magic the Gathering.
True.
Yu-Gi-Oh is cheaper to get into than Magic the Gathering,
I see.
and the actual children's card game is Pokemon. Like, by far, there's not even a contest. It's actually geared towards children. Even though a lot of old people still buy Pokemon shit. Which is fine. I'm just saying, like, the design of Pokemon is definitely much still aimed at children.
Because I only caught part of it, but I remember you and Hachi were talking about Pokemon, and like the design of the new games is still aimed at children, right? So the card is probably still aimed at children as well.
Yeah, I mean, it always will be. Like, that's just fucking close. Like, the thing about Pokemon is you gotta realize the revenue of Pokemon comes less from the games and more from merchandise, which is crazy. Right? Like, they're making bank out of fucking marketable plushies and fucking collectible Pokeballs and, like, little sticker packs and whatever the fuck. Like, this is what makes them bank. It's not the games, sure, they sell a lot. What makes them the actual money is all the Pokemon merch people buy for their kids.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about. They don't even have to make money off the show or the movies. They just need to advertise
No,
for the other
just
shit.
everything around Pokemon is like I'm sure the people who design, like the people who are actually like the artistic people of Pokemon, are like, you know, still like passionate and like work towards it to make something good. But like corporate, on like a corporate and like monetary level, everything around Pokemon exists to feed into, like, you know, profits from just, you know, selling merch and selling cards and stuff like that. Pokemon TCG is genius in some ways that Magic could learn from, though. Like, the fact that there's like two different like Magic the Gathering like online play services, and neither of them you can like feed your like real life pack purchases translate into like online pack purchases is stupid. Pokemon has like a single thing, and if you buy packs, like Pokemon card packs, every card comes with like a little redemption code that you can use to gain a card on the online thing as well.
Oh shit, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's really like, it's a much better business model than fucking Magic the Gathering with their really bad online shit.
Wait, so like every single card has a unique code? Like,
No. Every pack has a redemption code for an online pack as well.
oh.
So like,
okay.
if you buy a Pokemon booster, you will get a Pokemon booster on Pokemon Online TCG.
But there could be different cards?
They will be different cards, yeah. It's like a different booster. It's not the same
Oh,
booster.
okay.
But like, it's still better than what Magic does, which is nothing, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, honestly, if I could get, like, you know, my Angel deck, my Dungeon deck on, like, online Magic services that had actually, like, a user base, I think I might honestly play that. But that's not possible. I have to fucking buy boosters and shit and play draft or whatever the fuck.
With the original Magic the Gathering online, you technically can, but it's kind of expensive, which is the main reason I don't do it either. Like, you can buy singles and stuff, but it's expensive. I mean, it's cheaper than real cardboard, but not by enough.
And the problem is it's online, so they could terminate the service at any point.
That's true. I was really, really tempted to play the original Magic the Gathering online, but yeah. It's too expensive. And the reason I don't like the Arena one is because they don't have the old cards.
Mm-hmm. I also want to play Commander. I don't have Commander on like Arena or other shit, so...
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I don't even know if they have Arena on the older one. They probably do, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, in the pre-release, they did give out a single card with a redemption code for online stuff with each pre-release pack, but I think it's like one booster for each pre-release. It's really minimal, kind of shitty.
It's really bad, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. The Pokemon system is a lot smarter in my opinion. It's a lot more streamlined.
Yeah, that heavily incentivizes people to actually try it out at least, right? It's like, it might as well, you got the free code.
Yeah. And like, if people are like doing like box cracking of like stuff for Pokemon, right? They usually like show the cards so like people who are watching can redeem it themselves. I don't know, just... Ugh.
Yeah.
Fucking Magic the Gathering is poopy.
Yep. I really wish X-Mage wasn't as buggy, or like doesn't work for people or whatever.
Yeah, I do want to play more Magic, is the thing, right?
Yeah.
I like Magic, I want to play more of it. Like, I don't want to play on X-Mage because it just like fucking destroys my computer. Like,
Yeah.
it's not viable. Also, it's like horrible to look at. I haven't seen an ugly program like that since I worked at a bank.
The original Magic the Gathering Online is pretty shitty UI too. It's like super, super outdated. So yeah, it looks not so good. Program in Java. No one uses Java anymore.
I had to work with a thing called like SAP on a bank. So the fucking UI looked like, this is what I feel when I open
That's true. Yeah,
open the fucking X-Mage.
it does look like that a little bit. Damn, that's like 90s UI, maybe.
It's very outdated.
Yeah. The fact that X-Mage hasn't been taken down though, like, it
Yeah.
surprises me that someone
No,
else.
for
yeah.
sure. Extremely surprising that shit is
Yeah.
not nuked.
Yeah. Because I know they do like some kind of like tricks to get around the copyright thing, but it's very borderline. Like it's super. I don't know. Like if Hasbro was owned by Disney, that shit would be gone like a long time ago.
Yep.
Because like they make you download the pictures separately in the mana symbol, so technically like it's not copyrighted. But yeah, if your lawyers are good enough, you definitely can shut that shit down. But it also makes me surprised that someone else hasn't made an X-Mage clone that like
Yeah.
is better, basically, or just not written in Java. It's like 20 years old or whatever.
Yeah. No, that's also pretty true.
Well, I guess for a lot of people, tabletop simulator or a spell table even is just good enough. I don't know if that many people care about rules implementation.
Yeah. I like tabletop sim a lot.
Yeah.
And spell table is good too. We just haven't played on spell table in about like 4 months.
Yeah. It's because Alex doesn't have real decks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. I just kind of miss playing on it a couple times.
Yeah. Alright, you okay if I post your image into the Raid Strats channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So it's easy to find again in case there's too much spam in the, or not spam, but just other stuff in the other channel.
Yep. No worries.
Okay. think I'm gonna head out for now.
Alright.
We'll talk to
See
you
ya.
tomorrow then. See ya.